Phil and I co-produce Rock Live.
Oh,
And
great.
Beth is not only an interviewer on the show, but she is the host of the show.
Great.
Thank you. And all our interviewers on the show.
Yeah, we just did a couple dates.
Okay, fair enough.
Until the record comes out.
See where the next offer comes from. But they're just shooting cutaways right now. So figuring out. Do any of you play instruments? Off, I know you don't on stage.
We have no act.
But we rip. Acting and songwriting with them. We slam, tear.
Yeah, if we tried to do this on our own instrumentally, we'd be a garage band.
Oh no.
A very bad garage band.
Okay. How many different bands have you had with you guys?
Who's
Guitar player.
Yeah, who's
Well, I'll just be asking you all these questions again, so you're prepared. That'll be good. You go. No, we're not allowed. We're not filming the show, are we?
What?
We're not filming the show.
No. Shannon's got some dynamite tattoos.
Drummer Shannon?
Yeah. Beth did
All over the place.
we did it upstairs in the restroom.
Does it really? I'm sorry to say I've never seen any of that.
And Warren has a tattoo artist that travels with them now.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
And does what? Gives them tattoos while they're
One of the guys is
Yeah,
having.
Jerry just had a fresh one. They
So
got
he
it the
keeps-
night before we did the interview.
It's like
There's a deck of playing cards that we,
I'll say.
those lonely nights on the road.
So now we know what Cycles Let's roll.
We met the guys. No, no.
This is the lonely guy. This is Toy Boy. This is Bondage Babe.
Bondage Babe, I can throw up some truth.
Oh, neat. I can't say. I'll wait till he's done filming, then I want to look.
And so when you talk to his wife, we'll have it on tape, so.
Look at that one bar. We never leave.
I mean, it's a real direction in life, too, so just give it a chance. Okay, Beth?
Hi, this is Beth from Rock Live, and tonight I'm at Hammerjacks with these Cycle Sluts from Hell. Girls, welcome to Baltimore. It's good to have you back here. Do you like playing Hammerjacks?
Oh yeah, we love it. Definitely the most enthusiastic audience we have on the coast.
Is it?
Okay.
Is it? What's your favorite place to play?
Jacks.
Is it?
Yeah, honestly, it is. Yeah, I know it sounds like. Where are we now? Cleveland? Yeah, that's our favorite. But no, Hammerjacks is our personal favorite.
Great. Well, first of all, I'd like everybody to introduce themselves and tell a little bit about the names. There's a lot of interesting names to this band. We're not like Mary Lou Jane's here. Let's start over my far right.
Oh, I'm Venus Penis Crusher, and I was born on the island of Afros, where I rose from a foam of semen, and I traveled to New York, where I met the rest of the Cycle Sluts, and I became to crush penises, and this is who I am. All right.
I'm Queen Vixen, and I cannot top that one for the life of me. I'm not even gonna try.
Okay.
I'm Honey 1%er, and the way I got my name is much too involved to discuss on a little video segment, so I'll just wait till the book comes out.
I'm She Fire of Ice. I like fire, but I'm pretty icy. No.
Tell me, how did you guys get the name the Cycle Sluts from Hell?
It kind of evolved. It wasn't something that we planned on. Would you like to take that one, honey?
Would you like me to have that? Oh, well-bred Queen Vixen. We were given that name by this guy, Glenn Benson, who was running a bar on First Avenue, which was like virtually the only Manhattan biker bar on the Lower East Side, and we all worked there. And he started a night of the kind of music, the kind of ilk of music we would listen to, a Cycle Slut from Hell night, and gave us the name, and then we started the band. There was like about 10 or 12 of us, and the four of us put the band together.
I read there was like a biblical reference to Adam and Eve and the Cycle Sluts from Hell in an article I read. Does anyone want to touch that?
That's the one in Fad magazine. Right. Yeah, that's beyond me, but
Anyone want to take that?
Really difficult to understand that article. I don't know what was going on, but
We had the girl that interviewed us was pretty interesting, and we just got into these huge, heavy conversations with her while she was interviewing us. So just bits and pieces of that got in there. So I guess it was kind of confusing by the time it all came out on paper. Yeah.
So you guys originated in New York?
It was, she was referring to Lilith and like the demons and the dark side of women, things like that.
Dark side of women. It's the dark side of men. I'm sorry. That's So you guys originated in New York, and how long has the band been together?
About 3 years. Going on our 3.5. Yeah.
Each other vaguely before we put this band together, and I'm sure none of us expected we would ever end up in a band together. We just knew each other from like doing laundry and carousing in the same bars. And
Does anyone have a musical background?
yeah, we all.
I mean,
We had other bands.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a while before we came together to put this one together. We were all competing against each other in our
Much
own
easier
bands.
this way. You know, we don't have to compete. We had the same clothes before, and now we're together doing it. We don't
How did you decide to get together if there was so much competition?
Well, because we were.
Oh no, because she's asking. Because we were all working together in the same bar, and because there were so many girls called Cycle Sluts, people were thinking that it was a band. And so just kind of on a whim, just as something fun to do, we decided to put something together. We never intended this to go this far when we first started. It was just something that we did to have fun.
No, it was for fun. It was a joke. It was like, hey, let's get together. Let's just like sing some songs. And people took us really seriously. We're like, I don't believe this. Well, let's write some music. And we did. And now here we are today.
The thing is, the music was never a joke. We might be jokes, but the music is not a joke.
In the very beginning, I know that when we first sat down at the bar with Jack Daniels in front of us, said, let's do a gig. I wasn't thinking that it was going to be long term,
Who does most of your writing?
We all do the lyric writing, and Lord Roadkill, who isn't with us, who was with us, he helped us conceive the band. He was the only guy in the bar who would give us time of day, writes most of the music. But now, we've gone through so many lineup changes that we've always felt like we were in transit with a lot of musicians. It just wasn't gelling, and finally we have a band that we're really proud of. We have Hero from EZO, and Bobby Gustafson from Overkill, and J.D. Mallow from Mike Monroe Band, in addition to Lord Roadkill, so the band sounds great. And the writing has gotten, I think, a lot more sophisticated along the way. Our beginnings were funny, but we had something to offer because a lot of people kept coming back to see us. I mean, we thought they were just coming to see us to suck, but after a while they looked like they were really into it, so, something was there.
There was definitely a chemistry. All of a sudden, when we were on stage together, it just worked really great. And it was something we just had to continue because it felt great. And like now with the band, it's great. We all get along and have a lot of fun.
Do the four of you get along pretty well? 4 women together, is there ever any tension?
We're all very different people, but we mesh together very well, and it's a miracle. But it's a beautiful thing.
Those puffy number days, and you know what those are like, okay? It's difficult on everybody. We're trying to get Midol to sponsor our tour, and our motto is going to be, if we don't feel good, you don't feel good. And our crew knows about that.
Do you get along with the guys? How do the guys feel being the backup for the 4 women? Do they?
No, it takes special guys, because we've had guys in the band before that really had a hard time with it. And it's real tough on some guys. You have to, the music business is very macho, so it's hard for some guys. But these guys are great. The ones we have now, they're the best.
What problems have you run into being a female band in such a male-dominated business?
Yeah, they just want to see like how that's nice. A woman can sing. That's nice, dear. Sing your little song and move along. But it's not with us. They're kind of like scared of us mostly in the business. So they always like to put us down a lot, but forget about them.
I think we have collectively is constantly being corralled into this category of female rocker that we don't have anything to do with, that we want to transcend, because we're, for the most part, individuals first, and when we're together as a band, we know exactly what we're doing and what we're all about, and I think we convey that live really well. But I think a lot of media entities don't know how to interpret that just yet. It's also probably because our record isn't out too, and I think when the record's out, it's going to clear up a lot of the mystery, and people will be less apt to make us out to be what they want us to be.
When is your record being released? It's with Epic, correct? When will that be released?
Early spring. It'll probably be released in Europe first, and then the States, and yeah, I would say early to mid-spring.
You'll be touring in Europe, the UK to start with. Have you been abroad at all yet? Is this the first time?
That's a plan to go over there first and twist their minds a bit.
How do you prepare for that? How are you guys going to prepare for a tour that takes you overseas?
Little adapters for our hair dryers.
Great. Where do you guys get your wardrobes? It's a lot of leather going on here and some interesting accessories.
Pieces from the past and present, yeah, from the bottom of the closet.
We're pretty eclectic in the wardrobe department. We just comfort first in a fashionable yet functional wardrobe.
I understand you have a friend in London that does some designing for you.
Petra Tischler from Red Balls on Fire. She's great. She's does all the leather stuff, all the belts, Honey's belt, all the belts here. Yeah, I'm not wearing one though.
Where's your belt?
I left it upstairs.
What part of London? I'm going in January. Kensington? Okay. Great. It's a great outfit. Do you guys do a lot of sharing, wardrobe sharing? No? No, strictly everyone stay out of everyone else's closet.
Nobody wants to wear anybody else's stuff. It's like
Borrow from each other. I have no.
Well, we all have different. I mean, like to the average person, we all look the same, but we all have very specific tastes in what we like.
you don't want to come near.
It's got a chemical reaction going. That's right. Tell me, are you sluts? I have to ask. I mean, the name's in the band. What does the name apply?
No, I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Name is very representative of the attitude and the style. I mean, the way we got that name, it was real honest origins. That's not something we sat around and made up. We've toned down a lot since we've become professional. We used to be pretty wild and uncontrollable, and we had a panache for getting things we wanted and not necessarily having to negotiate for them. And we were pretty rowdy. Of course, we're not anymore. We're business women, and so it depends on how you mean sluts. I mean, a lot of people are sluts. It's a figurative term, completely.
Not really. The name is really not what we think of ourselves. It's just kind of a name that we like. It sounds good, and it's like a movie title almost.
The biggest sluts I know are corporate sluts, anyway.
Take that one section right again. Just prior to that announcement.
Oh, I didn't even notice the announcement, okay?
I don't even remember what I said.
Why don't we just go on to another question? Do you guys find that you're intimidating to men?
Yeah,
Really?
definitely.
What is it about you that is intimidating to men?
Because for especially men in the music business, they're used to having women that are willing to be sort of secondary and in the background, while he gets the limelight. And we're in a position where we're getting a lot of limelight and we're making decisions for ourselves. And I think that a lot of guys, at least the guys that we know in the music business or in bands, find that really disconcerting. We're women with brains.
We're not very malleable either. We're pretty domineering, to say the least.
Okay, do you have a problem with male groupies? A lot of male groupies?
Never a problem.
Are the guys in your band protective of you out on the road?
Not at all. No. They just throw us out into the crowds and then they go.
Me, I need that back for the next gig. Come back here. It's my property.
How would you? I'm sorry.
No, that's basically the point I was trying to make.
How would you describe your music? Who wants to take that?
It's like blues based with heavy metal edge and dreamlike, sort of. I don't know. Bada bing.
What would the ultimate success be for the Cycle Sluts? What ultimately do you want?
Sky's the limit when it in our heads. We don't have any limit.
I think basically to just keep doing this and having a good time. I mean, I hate to be like one of those, can I say assholes? We just want to have a good time. I mean, we want to make shitloads of money too, you know.
Play on really big stages.
But we want to still like, you know, enjoy what we're doing. I mean, we're having a blast now. We could afford like clothes and a little more food perhaps, but more alcohol, but basically more
We just want more. All Access Universe.
Bigger shows.
Yeah, Universe All Access. That's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Tell me about being on the Morton Downey Jr. show.
Oh, Mort. He was cool. He was funny. He was loud. He had some nice teeth, you know, smokes a lot. He was really nice to us, and we were kind of shocked, you know, but it was a fun show.
What was the basis for the show? What was the topic?
It was supposed to be censorship in rock, but I don't think it was handled very well. We thought we were going to be crucified, and we expected the usual questions like, are you really a slut, and why do you feel you need to, you know, decline young America's morals and all that. But he was pretty cool, and he knows it's, you know, a certain element is showbiz, and I think he really gave us an opportunity to express ourselves. Plus, it was before we were signed. It was a really big break for us because it was national media. Helped us get signed. Yeah.
So what do you think about censorship?
It's un-American.
Yeah.
Very bad, very, very bad what's going on, because it's just the powers that be are the powers that be, and they seem to be able to manipulate, you know, how people should live their lives. That's wrong. I think everybody knows that, but people kind of get lazy and comfortable and don't open their mouths.
Anyone else?
People should just keep doing whatever they want to do in art. I mean, not even think about the censorship issue. Just do it, and it will be there, and it will be good, and people will want to look at it, and they'll get it out there, and it will sell. That's what I think.
Is there anything you guys really dislike about being a band? Anything you really dislike about the music business in general? And what do you really...
You want to get right down to it. There's... You know, it's really, you can't be naive. At a certain point, you realize that it doesn't pay to be naive, and you got to be a little hip to watch out for your own ass, because everybody's going to stab you in the back. But, you know, if you can just keep a grasp on what you're all about and what you're doing and why you're doing it and you like it, and just keep your perspective, things are pretty cool. There's some really cool people. The guy who signed us to CBS, Tony Martell, is like an extraordinary person, and you know, so there's people that don't fit the cliche.
The label. You know, they really understand where we're coming from. We're always astounded. They see exactly our vision more than anyone else, you know, in the business that we've encountered. And usually people say, oh yeah, well you have to push to get your ideas across, but it's been miraculous. It's great.
How did you get signed to Epic? How did you go about in that process?
Well, it was a twist of fate. I don't know, somebody else want to feel this?
Don't know how to start that one. Yeah, it was a twist of, but we had a manager for a little while who after he started managing us, started working at Epic, and he brought our tape in there, and it got into the hands of Dave Blue and his wife, who are executives over at CBS. And or he is, not his wife. Anyway, she made him listen to this tape while they were on the beach in Florida over and over again. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And
now it was up
and
there.
so that really got his attention, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. We got signs.
And we happened to have a couple other labels wanting us at the same time, so that helped. You know.
How did you decide on a label then?
Oh, that was the label we wanted to go on, without a doubt. Well, we also, just from hanging out, we knew a lot of people in the business, and we got a feel for the personalities of the different labels, and everyone at CBS has always been really cool to us, you know, just on a social level, so we gravitated towards that anyway. And then when we were with them on a business level, I didn't mean to, like, shit on anybody's head there. They've been great. They really have, you know. Like every business, you have your assholes and you have your cool people, and the label has been predominantly very cool with us.
One is the video that they provided. It's custom video. It's
Okay.
from a number of different club appearances, so we'll work
Okay.
with that. And also, Honey's fabulous boots because we've got some good shots of that. So she
Okay.
can tell us the story on tape.
Okay. And then we'll close.
Okay. Are you rolling? Still rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom, do you have a video out? Is there any video we can see?
Conquerors, I think you should.
Oh, a friend of ours, Gregory Harrison, very talented art director, shot scenes of us from all different clubs in New York, and he just really captured a great little 2-minute video of this song, Conquerors. So you'll be seeing it soon.
Great. We'll have a copy of that. And honey, before we go, tell us about your boots. They're hand painted?
Right. This is there's this triptych by this artist Hieronymus Bosch called Garden of Earthly Delights, and one panel is called the Garden of Eden, one's Hell, one's the Garden of Earthly Delights, and it's just, I don't know, it's medieval and it's very trippy, so I took elements from the paintings and just painted it on my boots to cover all the sticker
You did the painting?
Yeah.
That's great. Other talent, she's an artist as well. She sings and paints. Good, I have a pair of boots in my car. I'll bring them in after the interview. Well, I thank you very much for spending some time with us before you go on stage. Good luck with everything, especially your European tour and your album. And can't wait to have you back at Hammerjacks. This is good. Glad to hear it. This is Beth with Rock Live at Hammerjacks with the Cycle Sluts from Hell.
Want to do one more flow just in case we're all going to lose later on a live shot.
Okay. This is very awkward. I feel like I'm fishing. This is Beth from Rock Live, and I'm in. This is Beth from Rock Live, and I'd like to thank the Cycle Sluts from Hell for allowing us to interview them. Now see what happens. This is Beth from Rock Live, and I just interviewed the Cycle Sluts from Hell at Hammerjacks. I'd like to thank them. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. You rolling? This is Beth at Hammerjacks with the Cycle Sluts from Hell.
One more still, and then we'll do the endorsement.
I know, matching boots. All right, are we going? We're the Cycle Sluts from Hell, right?
Last time I checked.
I'm sorry. Can we do that together?
You want to do that together?
Let's do We're the Cycle Sluts from Hell.
And
Rock lives with Rock
with
Live.
Rock Live.
With Rock Live or at Rock Live? Okay. 1, 2, 3. We're the Cycle Sluts from Hell. And Rock lives with Rock Live.
That was dynamite. Can we just do one more for taking?
She's gonna say one more for Satan.
Can we do one more for Satan, please?
One more for Satan.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. We're the Cycle Sluts from Hell. And Rock lives with Rock Live.
Forget about. Okay, let's do it again.
All right, we're gonna do it again.
Rock Live.
All right.
Rock Live.
Rock Wives.
Rock Wives.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Ouch.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
We're the Cycle Sluts from Hell. And Rock lives with Rock Live. Okay? It's alright? It's alright? I don't really care. The only reason I just was cold. Work for a place called Big Joe's in Mount Vernon. I want a couple new ones, but I just don't have the money.
How did you get the hair?
Oh, I got it a long time ago. I was pretty young, and I wanted something that was classically male and kind of macho, but I wanted to do it feminine. That's why.
Okay. You have my address on the on that sheet that you signed.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.